Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I just wanted to say this again. I said it a couple times, but I want to say it again, and I want to have this one video just saying this again. I think it should be illegal for a population of people to go to the voting polls and vote for someone, for a particular party, okay? And then that person, after they've been voted in, change to a different party, okay? Barbadians voted for the BLP, Barbados Labour Party. Barbadians voted for Thorne in his position, in his role in the Barbados Labour Party. That was a vote, okay? A vote of confidence, okay? It's a vote. They gave him the power to speak on their behalf in Parliament or wherever. I think that it should be illegal for anyone who has been voted in to a particular party to then switch to another party which is against what the voters wanted. If the voters wanted someone from the DLP to win that particular area, they would have voted. They didn't vote that way. They did not vote that way. So I think it should be illegal. I think the person should be frowned on. It should be frowned upon. You know, well, if it's illegal, you know, it should be illegal. There should be something, not illegal in terms of law courts, but in terms of voting, in terms of the voting structure. I think you should have some sort of language in there to stop people from doing that. And if they want to get out, first they have to quit the party they're with. They have to quit that party and then go back to the polls for and then the party that they're quitting will have someone to go to the polls neck to neck or side by side with that person who has just quit to see who the people want. Okay, it's all a vote. It should be that there's a voting apparatus in place that when someone does not like the party they're in, after they've won by a vote, okay, even if they are elected, you know, even if they're selected, like put in because of some sort of, you know, the prime minister or the president can select someone for a particular position. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who was elected via polls, via election, via people putting their X next to their names, okay, or the plus sign next to their names. Those people should have to go back to the voting polls. It's a special election, and there should be an opponent, and then the people should vote who they want to replace the person who doesn't want to be where they are. The people will vote to either replace someone in the BLP, or they would give their power to the person who's leaving and say, okay, you're leaving, so we will stand with you in this particular instance. But for that to happen without a vote, I think it's cheating. I think it's cheating. The whole system it's not nice. It's not a nice thing to do. Okay, the people did not vote for any DLP person. Okay, the people did not vote for the DLP. So I'm sure that the DLP is happy that someone usurped the system and got in with Mia and then pulled back to them. I'm sure that they're all happy because now they have one person there saying they're a DLP. But the people did not vote for that. The people did not vote for that. And if it happened within the DLP lineup, you won't like it either. You won't like it if you voted for someone to be a DLP person and for them to do your business, that they left and went with another group and pulled away from what you wanted. Okay, so you took the power. When you do things like that, you took the power away from the voting. community. You took the power away. There should be some sort of mechanism in place to stop that from happening. Some sort of mechanism in place. There's a loophole and it needs to be closed up. This is Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and you're seeing here that Donville Innes is backing opposition leader Ralph Thorne. Ralph Thorne was voted in BLP, not DLP, as you can see, not BLP. He was voted in as a member of parliament for the BLP. The people voted for him to be a part of the BLP. So Innes is backing him coming to the DLP with all of that behind him, member of parliament behind him, when it is against what the people voted for. The people. So Alex Donville Innes backing Ralph Thorne. I don't know how you look at that. He backed ICBL too, the insurance company in Barbados. He's probably backing Alex Tasker, you know, all chummy. He's probably backing Ingrid Inez. The only establishment I can see Donville Innes not backing is the federal prosecutors in Brooklyn, New York City, where he was sent off to federal prison, spent time in federal prison, was sent back. He was deported, as you know, deported back to Barbados. So Donville Innes backing anyone, you have to look at that. You have to look at that, okay? Because like I've said, and I've said it a lot recently, the people in Barbados, the voters voted for Ralph Thorne to be a part of the BLP. The BLP. So him moving off to the DLP. I don't know how other else you can see it. It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that you can go against the people's wishes. The people put their vote, okay? And you can go against their wishes and you jump up in that because he's with the DLP, which is probably somewhere where you are. So when it happens to you, when it happens to you that a DLP is voted in for the DLP and they go over to the BLP without any kind of remedy, any kind of nothing, you're going to be happy about that too? No. So when I see Donville Innes backing opposition leader who is Ralph Thorne, I think about Alex Tasker, I think about Ingrid Inez, I think about ICBL, I think about the federal prosecutors in New York City who sent him off to federal prison. That's what I think about. I think that the only person that he wouldn't back, or the only thing he wouldn't back, would be the federal prosecutors in Brooklyn. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Stepping out is never a good thing. I'm sure that Dr. Evelyn, that's the name that is written here, I'm sure she would not want anyone stepping out on her if there's some sort of commitment. Even if she has an office and she has employees, she is not going to want to train those. Do you know how much goes into training someone and getting them to do a job just the way you like it, and then they decide to, oh, I've got enough experience now, and they just pull away from you, all that money down the drain, and then it goes into someone else's business, and you know, you're losing, because for you to replace that person that you lost or who has stepped out, it costs a lot of money. And if you're going to get someone with experience, that costs a lot of money too. So Dr. Evelyn, that is thanking Thorne for stepping out. Stepping out is never a good thing. The voters put him there, and the voters should put him wherever he wants to go. Okay, it should be up to the voters. Okay, Dr. Evelyn does not know what's going on in the world. It seems as though other people seem as though just because he went with the DLP, that is okay. It's not okay. It's stepping out is never okay. Okay, it's like cheating. It's like a betrayal. I'm keeping on this because I think that there needs to be something in place to stop this from happening. You spent a whole lot of time and energy canvassing and doing what you do to get to where you are, and then you're going to pull and go with the opposite end of it that didn't win. Or you can have an employee and you teach them and you train them and you give them everything. You sometimes even remedial studies. You let them go to conferences. You do whatever it takes for that employee to get to the stage where it can run certain parts or certain aspects of your business, and then they're up and step out and gone and give that talent to someone else. It's not a good thing. So who is this Veronica Evelyn? Who is she? And a doctor before her name. Who is she? Okay, stepping out is never a good thing. Sherry Veronica.
30 years I'm waiting for this to be done, and thanks to Miss PM Mia and Miss Cynthia Bradshaw for finally getting it done for me. Miss Monfrey, thank you very much, ma'am. Miss Cynthia Bradshaw, thank you. When can you reverse? Just should have put a note.
Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, let me see if I got this right. This route taxi went off route. He went off route, and when he was trying to climb a hill, his van ran down the hill, hit a wall, and the passengers all got out, all stressed out, all afraid, it was a horrible thing to happen. And what happened is he asked them to help him push his vehicle off the wall. They refused. Someone helped him. He revved up his van and pulled off and left them. Did I get that right? Now, you didn't hear anything about a police report. I didn't hear anything about his name. You don't know anything about the car. They actually have the license number there blacked out. And then the last part of this is when they called the chief operations officer of the transport board, Linda Holder. She said she didn't know anything about it. She said she didn't know anything about it, and it happened the Friday. It happened the 16th. Okay, a whole bunch of kids, school kids, a whole bunch of kids in a van. It went off route. You know, it rolled back down. There was an accident. There was an incident, and she is saying she didn't know anything about it. Parents are upset. Kids are upset. Everyone is upset. The guy got into his route taxi, pulled off and left them. So that means that they would have gotten home late. Somebody, because they were going to town. He was supposed to be taking them to town. So a lot of them are going to get home late, especially since it was late already. It was late in the evening already. So let me see if I got this straight. So he wasn't arrested? He wasn't called in to no police department? The police didn't call the transport board? The route taxi is not taken off the road? The kids, are they going to school today, Monday? Are the parents going to follow up on it with attorneys? I mean, how are things happening in Barbados and someone can just push off and move off and no one knows about it? No, nobody knows about it. It almost didn't happen. If not for it happening, it almost didn't happen. Just fill in the blanks on this one for me, okay? Have your say. This is Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. People, and I think that people there seem to not realize that it is a strangeness about doing business or proposing something new into the mainstream there in Barbados. People pretend that they don't know that Barbadians sit comfortably in situations. Now, whereas on one end, residents are at their wits' end, as they say, with roadside mechanics and the smell and the oil and the vehicles that will never ever move again, never work again, but they're just there, they're just fixtures. And then you have the rodent problem and all the other problems that come along with, having things that don't move, like bush growing around it and that kind of stuff. They will complain. They're going to complain, but that's where it ends. And then they have the Bay Grisettes, they have this mechanics place where you can go, but you have to pay rent. They're going to have to pay rent. It's a part of doing business. Okay, when you're doing business, like business, you may have to pay a rent to have a workshop somewhere to work. You cannot be inconveniencing everyone around you because you don't want to pay to have your business run smoothly. But that's what it is. It is what it is. So when I saw the bay and I saw it kind of looks nice. I'm not going to say, it looks really neat and nice. And people are saying the fees are it's not cheap, and maybe they can work on the fee structure. But once I heard that there was a fee, I thought I was thinking more along the lines of a budget. I thought it was something that the government did to get the mechanics off the roads. But it's private, and you have to pay rent, a monthly rent. You have, and you can have your own little area in there and work on your cars. And if it's coming to different areas, because that's what they say, they want to put this particular concept in different areas, that means that the mechanic herself wouldn't have to travel too far to get to their workshop. You wouldn't have to travel too far if it's in pockets of every area in every parish. But it's not going to take off if Barbadians don't want to pay rent. It's not going to take off if Barbadians don't want to pay rent. And residents who are saying they're their wits' end, they're not really, they actually like it that way. I know it's a strange thing I'm saying, and you have to have lived there to understand what I'm saying. You will have to be interacting with the people. They will say that they're not happy about something, but in truth and in fact, the fact that it is there, the fact that that thing has been there for years, for decades, centuries, you're doing something. I'm saying there's a part of you that you like it. That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that there's a part of you that you like it, that likes it, okay? And whereas you're saying that, complaining about the rats running around and the mice and the roaches or whatever else comes along with having a area that is not well kept, it's not mowed, the grass is not, kept in place, low, and it's not clean. And like I said, the oil is not bad, it's not good for the environment. That oil is not good for the environment. And when they're changing oil, are they taking it to an area where you're supposed to dispose of that oil, or are they throwing it right there in the back of the area or the back of somewhere to make it easy for them? How is the oil, if they do an oil change, how is that old oil being disposed of. If there are no regulations, if you're doing it on the side of the street, it's not going to be regulated, and they're not going to care. And the ground, the earth is crying out. The earth is crying out. But what I am here to tell you is the mere fact that it exists, the mere fact that it goes on and has been going on for so long, you like it. Okay? I'm so sorry. You like it. There's some parts here in the States, you can see that, but they don't care. The government and the people in that area, they're designed to be that way. Actually designed to be that way. Okay? And there are some areas that it can't happen. It could never happen. So they're designed to have a different, look about themselves, a different feel about themselves and their neighborhoods. So sometimes things are regulated to some people, and there are other people that it cannot fly. It cannot fly. So you have to decide where you stand in this whole, matrix. But I'm telling you, I'm going to say it again. If there are vehicles and there are mechanics working on the side of the roads and have the roads all blocked up and it's unsightly, and I guess you don't care about real estate, and if you ever sell your house because you don't plan to move, I guess you don't care. You don't care. So if you don't care, you don't care. If you don't care, you don't care. Okay, don't come to the news, the nation news, and pompous setting and pretending. If you don't care, if you do not care, and your holy books will tell you just for little stuff. If you don't care for the little stuff, you think they can give you something big and ask you to care about it? In what world? In what world? You don't care. You like it that way. You like this. You see this? You see this here? You like it that way. This is Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, this St. Michael man has been in your news for a moment now. He, every now and again, like 2 times a year, I've been seeing this same face. It's a baby face, and he's 27 years old. But why can't he be taught plumbing? Why can't he be taught how to weld, some carpentry skills? There's something that RNL holder should be able to do. He could be a key maker. Let him make keys. He likes gold and he likes bangles. Maybe he can make bangles and design jewelry instead of like stealing it. He can like become a designer of jewelry. But there must be something he should be able to do. And instead of putting him at the hotel there in St. Philip, you could order him to go to some sort of class, some sort of school to learn these things. The world is our playing ground, okay? Do not put him in no kind of box to make him think, oh, you've done this and you keep on doing it and you're not going to get any better. Let him know, let RNL holder know that there are millions of things he can do. There's so many things he can do to make money, to support himself. He does not have to be pulling items off of people's hands or going into his mother's house and taking something that he knows she wouldn't want. He knows she likes what she has, and what she has is there for her. Why take it? Why take from other people? There must be a program, must be some sort of program that RNL holder can be assigned to. He may not do it willingly. Okay, he may not do it willingly. So instead of sending him to the hotel, it's an order. You have to order him to go and take some remedial classes. Take some classes. Learn how to do something that you can then put yourself out there and say, hey, I can do this for you, and this is the going price. And you negotiate with the person and teach him those kind of skills. Don't have him in the paper all the time for these petty little things. You know, I mean, people that are really, really doing crimes, you don't ever see them in the paper. And if they are, you know, they pay whatever sum they can pay, and they can actually change the law or point out parts of the law that other people went through on, but they're saying nah, that was unconstitutional. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Oranal Holder, 27 years old. He's in your news again. He's in your court news again. And I am saying to you in Barbados, it is not only good to catch these people and put them away. It's very important. It is even more important for them to learn a skill and know that they're capable of learning the skill, and ask them, why did you incarnate on the earth? Why did you come here? Why did you think we needed you? Why did you think that the earth needed you? And talk to them like really intellectually, and let them see that they have to be participating, and participating in a good way. Okay, in a good way. So I'm going to put a check mark for Oranal, that he is capable of learning something. He's still very young, 27 years old, and turn his life around. Just I do not believe people can change, but I think you can modify behaviors. Okay, I think a behavior can be modified if you have the skills and you know how to use coping mechanisms. I think you can better yourself once you start to strengthen that particular muscle within you. You can change. You can modify your behaviors. You have to flex that particular muscle. You have to actually work against your DNA. You have to do it constantly. It's a practice. You cannot just do it once and say, okay, I got it. No, it's daily. It's every minute of the day you're flexing that particular muscle, because you want to modify your behavior. Okay, so yeah, that's it on Oranal Holder. That's it on him. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.